Hi guys, thank you for watching. Welcome to today's video and to my channel if you're new here. I'm Debbie if you don't know me, and today's video I'm going to be playing with this palette, the Wired by Urban Decay. Those of you that have been here before know how much I've been an Urban Decay obsessive over the years, so I'm super excited to have this palette in my collection and to play with it today. And I've got a kind of vision for what I want to do with it as well. So I want to have a massive black wing in this look, but I want to try out some of the more orangey, pinky sort of tones in the palette. So they're the colours that speak to me, and I've not really done anything with like pinks and oranges in the longest time. So that's kind of what I'm feeling today. Not sure what I'm going to do on the lower lash line. I might bring in a little bit of colour on the lower lash line, maybe with the blue. I'm not entirely sure yet, but that's kind of my idea for today. And it does say that these shades are for face and body only, but it's because they're pressed pigments and they will stain the eyes, but that doesn't worry me too much. So I'm going to be brave and we're going in with those today. So I'm going to scooch you in and we'll get started. So I'm going to start by priming my eyes with the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. The Observant amongst you might notice if you watched yesterday's video where I did the Zoeva Opulence palette, my first look with that. Forgot to prime my eyes at all. I'm amazed that that look turned out. But yeah, it's one of the steps I forget sometimes. So we're going in with a white base today because these are quite bright colours and I think they'll pop way more over a white base, and this is my favourite white base to use. One of my favourite bases to use, full stop, in all honesty. The only thing I don't like is how it drags my eyes a bit, so I have to be pretty quick and use a dense brush to get that smoothed out pretty quickly. Otherwise you won't be able to get it to move, but other than that, I love this product. It's an old school YouTube product, but I still love it to bits. And I just don't have any money to buy a new eyeshadow primer or anything much. So got a tale of woe. I put my car in for MOT. Don't know if that's a thing in the States or Canada or wherever else you might be from, or Europe, but in the UK you have to take your car to have it checked, like for roadworthiness, once a year. And I've got a payment plan for that, like a service where they change the oil and filters and things and do the MOT. But it needed new tyres, new brake discs and new pads, so £430. So I won't be buying any makeup this month. But luckily I've got lots of new things to play with, so that's okay. Okay, eyes are primed, so I'm going to go in with the Switch shade because I want an orange crease with this look. But I want to create a rounded kind of shape today. Don't want to wing out the actual shadow because the wing is going to come from a black wing, so doing a rounded kind of shape. What I do love about this palette is it's got that white shade called Glitch, which is meant to turn any other shades into pastel, so I think we'll be able to use that to blend this orange shade up to my brow. It's taking a fair bit of building to get that built up. Like, this is the third dip in the pan to get to this stage, but super pretty orange though. Don't wear orange that much, and it is a colour that I think does suit me, so I don't know why I don't. But it's sunny today and it's looking gorgeous outside, so it kind of inspired me to do a sort of sunsetty vibe as such. So I'm going to go for this orange shade all through my crease. I'm going to put the pink shade Savage in my outer corner, I think, and then slow burn the reddish shade more on my lids. And go for an all matte look today. So I'm going to go into Savage next, and I'm going to build up some pink in my outer corner. I wouldn't say these are the most pigmented shades I've ever used though. I have the electric palette as well, and I'll get around to filming a proper kind of comparison between the two and whatnot, because I think these shades so far, based off of these two that I've used, are pretty sheer and pastel and quite difficult to soft build up in comparison to the original electric, which was full on pigment. Pretty tone of pink though, but it's not the most pigmented thing I've ever seen. I'm using a Sigma E45 because it's got quite a point to it, and I'm hoping that it will help me get a blend in the crease there between those two shades. Now into slow burn, I'm going to use a packing brush to pack that onto my lids. Oh, that packs a nice punch. That's my favourite shade so far. I think that's beautiful. Orangey red. Looks like it's got a bit of sparkle in the pan, but you're not seeing that on the eyes at all. I still want to pack a bit more of that pink on because I feel like I'm losing the pink in this look. So I'm using a bit more of a packing brush with this Linda Hallberg 303. So I'm going to go into that glitch shade just to see how much I can fade out that orange shade that we've got in my crease. Now, it's barely noticeable as a shade, but it is working very well as a blending shade. Okay, I'm just going to nip off camera and do my wing because I want that wing on first, because I do tend to sort of lean on my lower lash line when I'm doing a wing like that, so I don't want to smudge out what I do on the lower lash line. So I'm going to put that wing on and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, so here's the liner on, and I've also lined my lower lash line and waterline with Black Core by Linda Hallberg and joined it up with that wing at the side. I just thought doing my waterline lining on camera isn't really necessary because you've seen me do that millions of times, but yeah, we've got kind of a cat eye kind of wing, quite a sharp wing, and it's a good wing day, so I like how this one's looking already. Now I don't know what to do on my lower lash line because I don't know whether to take things crazy and bring in another colour. Kinda would like to use Chaos, but I don't know if it's going to ruin the look, or whether to just stick in the oranges and pinks. No, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that purple close to my lashes and I'm going to blend it out with the pink. So I'm going to keep everything in the same sort of family that we're in now, I think. Purple looks to be a satin, so I think this will work quite well on my lower lash line and give me a nice pop there. Yeah, I think that was a good decision. That looks nice. So I'm taking that along my lower lash line. I'm going to leave a little bit of space though, so angle it down just slightly, but not as much as I sometimes do there. Oh, I love that purple shade, that is stunning. And because I've given it a bit of a black base with that liner, I think that's helping that to really pop as well. So I'm going to take that pink shade Savage and I'm going to run that underneath. And there's no primer there, so I don't think that's going to show that much, but it might just give me a little bit of a gradient with that purple. Right, I've decided I'm going to take a bit of Jolt in my inner corner, so I'm going to prep for that with a white pencil. I'm going to use White Core by Linda Hallberg. Could use the NYX Jumbo pencil, but this will be easier to control because it's smaller. So I'm just going to take that just in that little portion there that we've made. And then we're going to take Jolt and we're going to pack that over the top. I'm just laying down that white base has allowed that to look super neon. And I'm just going to try and get a little bit of a blend with that purple, just on sort of an angle there. Okay, so I'm just going to pop off camera for mascara and lips and be right back with you with the finished look. Okay guys, so here's the finished look. Really love how this one came out, and I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm wearing lashes today. I just thought this kind of look just demanded lashes. I finished the look and I thought, I'm always saying a nice big pair of lashes would really finish this look. So I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to have to get on with learning how to use them. It's the one thing in makeup that I'm really bad at and I was a bit scared of doing. I think I need to get a lash applicator tool or something, because trying to do it with your fingers is really quite difficult. But I've got them on and I think they look okay. They're not perfect, but yeah, you can definitely see the vibe I was going for. I think they're so much easier than drugstore lashes. I had the Eyelaw ones before, and for one thing I chopped too much off, but also for these I could tell exactly where to apply them. They're kind of skinnier in this part and then they flare out more there. So the House of Lashes Iconics, and they're iconic for a reason. These were all over YouTube when I first started watching YouTube, and I can see why, because they are really, really stunning the way they flare out, and they're dramatic, but they're still wearable, I think. So yeah, I really love how they look. I'm definitely going to practice some more now. I've seen how beautiful they can look. For lipstick today, I've gone with a Lethal Cosmetics lipstick. This one's in the shade Nemesis, so it's almost black, but it's got a little bit of a bronzy sparkle in it. Thought it was the perfect kind of neutral for a goth look, because I didn't want like bright orange lipstick or purple or whatever, and I thought a nude would just look a bit boring, so I decided to go full goth glam with this one. And I just really love how this has turned out. This is my kind of look. So the palette then, really enjoyed it, and it took a bit more building up than I expected, but I love that slow burn shade that's on my lids, and I love how that glitch shade can sort of pastel out the shades by adding that over the top. That purple, the shade Gravity, that really worked well as a lower lash line shade. Although it's a satin shade, it really packs some punch there. And kind of I could blend it out as if it was a matte, which I always find is one of the plus points of the formula for Urban Decay. So just the way the palette's laid out as well, just having those 4 shades and then a bit of a division, I don't know why, but it just helped me to figure out what kind of look I wanted to do today. So eager to play with the greens and blues. I just thought these were the colours that spoke to me most, and I just wanted to play with those first. And I've not done anything with oranges in a long time, so really enjoyed doing this one today. So I hope you guys have enjoyed watching. If you're new to my channel, I'd love it if you consider subscribing. I do looks like this, but not on the daily. Most of my looks are a lot more toned down than this, although they are colourful. And I also do some neutrals as well. So I'm just a makeup obsessive. I just love makeup, and I love how it changes up your whole vibe and also your mood as well. Like, I feel fierce in this look. Like, I don't know, I can't explain it. When you have no makeup on to when you've done a full face and you like change your entire look, it just changes something inside of me. And I just love makeup so much for that reason, like how it can make you into a chameleon. So if you're down for that and you fancy seeing some more looks, then as I say, I'd love to have you along for the ride. But hope you're having a lovely day or night wherever you are, guys, and I'll catch you in tomorrow's video. Bye!